Good evening. My name is Daniel Pearson, and today we shall be talking about advocating for intermediate and enforceable climate action policies. Imagine waking up in your home and it's underwater, not because of a storm, but because the ocean has claimed it permanently. By 2050, this will be a reality for millions. Climate crisis is not a distant threat. It is here, and its impact are worsening daily. I stand before you not just as a concerned individual, but as someone who believes in our collective power to enact change. Today, I will show you why we must take immediate and enforceable action to combat climate change. We'll explore the urgency of the problem, the solutions we need, and how these policies can save not just our planet but our future. The time to act is now. Uh, let's start with the problem. Climate change is accelerating at an alarming rate. In the past decade alone, the Earth has experienced its hottest years on record. Scientists warn that if global temperatures rises more than 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, the damage to the ecosystem will be irreversible. Rising sea levels threaten to displace up to 680 million living in low-lying coastal areas, especially like people like us living in Florida. Soon enough, this whole state will be underwater and we'll probably have to move to another location. The economy toll is staging. In 2022, climate disasters caused over 150 billion in damage in the US alone. But this isn't just about numbers. It's about a survival. If we continue to delay action, we risk leaving behind a world inhabitable for our children and grandchildren. The second point I want to make is the moral imperative. Behind these statistics are real people and communities pictured for farming in California who have watched their crops wither under relentless drought, or the families in New Orleans rebuilding yet after another hurricane. These are not isolated incidents, they're warnings. This is a crisis that transcends borders, age, and political affiliation. It calls up us to act now, only as individuals, but as collective society. Not only as individuals. Apologies for that. We have a moral obligation to protect those most valuable, most vulnerable to climate change, and to ensure that future generations inherit a liable world. Some solutions that we can come up with are what do we lack? The lack of commitment and implementing enforceable climate policies is also a key. A national carbon tax can hold polluters accountable while emphasizing clean energy. Expanding renewable energy infrastructures will reduce our dependence on fossil fuel. Stricter emission standards like cars, diesels, anything that's not really useful that we don't really have to use in today's environment on a daily basis, it should be kind of discarded or put aside to drastically cut green gas effect. Countries like Sweden have shown that such policies work. Since implementing a carbon tax in 1991, they reduced emission by 27%, which is a very, very big, staggering number. Even though it doesn't sound like it, it is very staggering. While growing their economy by 78%. If they can do it, so can we. I know there are step. Sorry about my English. There are skeptics. I know there are paranoid. Let's change the word. I know there's people paranoid who fear the economy cost is too great, and that would affect us in a very bad way that we could probably never recover ever again. But the cost of enactation is far greater, measured in livelihood, and ecosystem loss forever. So the conclusion that I've come to, or the conclusion we should come up to, is the time to act is not tomorrow, not next year, it is now. Our planet health, our economy, and our future depend on the choices we make today. Enforceable climate policies are not just solutions, they're lifeline. I urge you to advance for these changes. Write your own representative, vote for the leaders who prioritize the environment, and support organizations driving climate actions. Together we can rewrite the future, not as victims of climate change, but also as conquerors. As the saying goes, we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children. Let's ensure we return it to them in a thriving, not burning, and beautiful environment. Thank you.